Hello, welcome to this advanced steel tutorial. Today, we are going to add one double angle diagonal bracing and then create two joint connections. Let's go to the 3D model and turn on the model view 1-1 to isolate the grid 1. We are going to split screen into two viewports and change the left viewport from SW isometric view into view from left. Now let's move UCS to the right end node of the HIA 140 horizontal beam. Then move it down a half of HIA 140 section height. It is 133 divide 2 equals 66.5 millimeters. And then move to the left 180 millimeters. We are going to insert double L65x65x6. On Home tab, select Double Channel Back-to-Back tool. Then type 0, 0 to locate the start point. In order to locate the second point, we are going to type from point, and hit enter. Then hold down Shift key and right-click on the screen and then select the node option on the context menu. Select the left node end of the HIA 140 beam. Finally turn on the ortho mode on and move the mouse down to the column base plate, then type 898.5. Now right-click on the double bracing and select Advanced Properties from context menu. Select the radio offset button allows you to position the insertion axis in the gravity center. Then select the radio angle button allows you to rotate the section around the insertion axis 90 degree. Switch to Section tab, then change the section to L65x65x6 for both beam index 1 and 2. The web orientation of double angle is now upward, but the design position is downward, so that we are going back to Positioning tab, and select the radio angle button allows you to rotate the section around the insertion axis 180 degree, in order to turn it downward. Next, we are going to create a joint connection between this bracing and HIA 140 beam first. In order to make it easy, let's create a model view around here 140 beam. Now let's check the current gap between double angle in the 3D model. It is now 63.4 millimeters. The designed gap is 12 millimeters, so go back to 3D model. Then right-click on double angle and select Advanced Properties from context menu. On Compound Beam Properties dialog box, switch to Sections tab. We found that the offset value on X field for both index 1 and 2 is now 50. It is the distance between the profile insertion axis of the double section and the gravity center line of the beam index 1 or 2. Now let's find the gravity center position of the L65x65x6 section. We are going to insert a beam cross-section at the top end of L65x65x6. On Object tab, select Insert Beam Cross-Section tool. Then select the top node of the angle. Then move UCS to this endpoint and adjust the XY plane coplanar with this section. By using mass prop command, we found that the L65x65x6 section centroid position is 18.26, 18.26. In order to get the gap 12 millimeters, we are going to input 18.26 plus 6 equals 24.26 into offset on X field. Do the same with the beam index 2. Now let's check the gap once again, it must be 12 millimeters. Now we are going to add the joint connection between diagonal bracing and horizontal HIA 140A. On Connection Vault, select General Bracings Group and then select Gusset Plate at 1 Diagonal tool. Click on HIA 14 beam, then press Enter for column selection, and then select double L65x65x6, then right-click. On Gusset Plate at 1 Diagonal dialog box, select Standard tab. Then type 12 into 1 plate thickness field, and type 15 into 2. Dist. Diag 1 profile. Now switch to Bolts Group, and select 12 mm option for bolts diameter. Go down to Bolt Distances Group, we input 35, 50 and 35 corresponding to 1. Distance diagonal bolt, 2 intermediate distance and 3 distance bolt gusset. Then select Center option in Settings for Edge Distance field. Now switch to Projection Group, type 5 into both Projection 1 and 2. Now we are going to create another Gusset Plate at 1 dialog joint connection. This joint connects the double L65x65x6 and the column. On Connection Vault, select General Bracing Group and then select Gusset at 1 Dialog tool. Select Column and right-click, then select double L65x65x6 and press Enter. Select Standard tab, then input 12 as plate thickness, and type 15 into 2. Dist. Diag 1, Profile. Next we are going to input the bolt's diameter and bolt's distance. And then input projection information. Now we are going to mirror the HIA 140, double L65x65x6 and its connection from grid B to grid C. Then copy these beams from grid 1 to grid 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Start Advanced Copy tool. Then select all HIA 140 beams and double angle L65-65x6 bracing at grid 1. Get the copy distance and input number of copies. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.